But where's your head?
One of the
It's like he's in another dimension.
he could be bilocating. Like this is one of the
Yeah.
ideas. Is
where are you actually physically? Is this an avatar?
okay? Here's something I just
He
thought.
fully believes it's simulation, by the way.
Oh, he does.
Oh, fully.
Well-
Not only does he say fully, but he says the chances of it not being a simulation. He said this publicly. The chances of it not being a simulation are in the billions.
I mean, okay. So we talked about this in the green room. Willow, the new quantum chip that Google has, right? So,
Yes.
and I think you and I both do the same thing with our minds. Like, I think anyone who is exposed to the Atari 2600 does this naturally, which is like we played the Atari 2600. Did you have an Atari when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
And you remember how that blew your mind, right?
Yeah.
You control the thing with a
Crazy.
joystick. It was insane. You can control the
Little
TV. Like,
buttons.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
like
incredible.
It was, you'd been going to arcades. You
Yeah.
could only play for a second. You didn't have enough quarters. Suddenly, you could just do it at home.
You could play till you fainted.
Oh my God. And so we got to witness like every phase of that technology to where it is now, which is just fucking insane. And so you just take the Atari 2600 model and apply it to any new thing. And so you think, all right, what's it going to look like in 10 years? Then you take Musk's neural lace, or what, some kind of brain-human interface, mix that in with some quantum chip that, yeah, right now, it's apparently unstable. It's like you got to keep it at, like, you have to keep it at the low, I don't know what it's called. It's like colder than space or something. Like it has to be basically below freezing. And then suddenly it can do things that all of the supercomputers on the planet couldn't do. But there's a trajectory here between the human brain and this technology, and it's getting closer and closer and closer together, meaning that we are, and a lot of people are like, look, that's probably like 20 years away. That is not that long. When did Teen Wolf come out, man?
I don't think it's anywhere near 20 years. I think it's way closer than that.
That's right. So that to me, when you just do the math and you realize humanity is about to merge with a thing that is solving equations that they take a supercomputer, what is it,
septillion amount of years.
That's going to be us.
Yeah.
And so then, to answer the simulation idea, of course we're in a simulation. If we were just monkeys, and now we are using qubits, using superpositioning to create some infinitely faster way of calculating data, then obviously, once we get that thing connected to our brain, we will be able to simulate any reality we want. If this is truly our past and you wanted to, like right now, the way I remember something, having done acid for most of my life, is very foggy and kind of like, my memory isn't the best. Every once in a while I have a very clear memory of things. But with this tech, theoretically, it could reconstruct memories in your mind, and not just that, put you into them and allow you to experience them in real time. Meaning, in a few minutes, you could live your life over 1,000 times. Easily, we could be in the future, and this is a memory that some quantum computer of neural interface is allowing us to experience totally, all-encompassing memory. And that would be a form of eternal life, because in every second, how many lifetimes could you live based on merging with that kind of chip?
Right.
And you wouldn't want to know it was a memory. You might want to be like, you know what, let me just live that life over again. I just want to feel the whole thing.
Well, that's one of the scariest things for people to consider is there's this, I asked someone once, would you rather die or would you rather live your life over and over and over again forever?
What'd they say?
They're like, oh my God, I couldn't do this forever and ever and ever. I'm like, why not? You can do it now. Like, it's not even hard. Like,
Yeah.
aren't you enjoying life? Like, I love it. I'm having a great time. I have great friends. I have a lot of fun. Lots of amazing things. I have a great family.
Yeah.
I enjoy what I do for a living. Like, why wouldn't I want to keep doing this? But the thought of even for me, the thought of me doing this forever and ever
Yeah.
and ever is fucking terrifying.
Well, yeah.
For some weird reason.
Well, that was like Nietzsche had this whole thought experiment, which was, I don't remember what it's called, something like infinite return. But basically, the way he put it is, you don't live it again and again and again and make changes within the echo. It's exactly the same over and over and over again. And so in other words, like whatever it's just it's a rerun over and over and over again forever. That's what we're in.
Jeez.
And his point in that was like, therefore, if most of your life you've been miserable, you're in hell. Yeah. Dude. I know. But he wanted to use that more as a kind of to leverage people out of